circle, or a perfect cube of chaos, if you will. By which I mean, for those watching the recording, I opened Dicey Dungeons and then OBS crashed. So I opened OBS and then Dicey Dungeons crashed. Thankfully, we're okay. Everything's here. The Megaquest mod I was playing last time updated to a new version. Well, it's still version 2, just 2.1. So there's been some bug fixes and other changes. So thank you very much to, I believe, the Mystic Sword is the person who crafted the mod. I meant to credit them last time, and I completely forgot. Please forgive me, and thank you for your excellent work. Anyway, where do we leave off? Did we actually complete a run with the Jester where I turned into a bear? Okay, I did. That was all a big fuzzy blur. Why don't I start it as the warrior and try and redeem myself? These darn bonus rolls. Did I read this one already? Oh yeah. Have you paid attention to dreams lately, by the way? I don't dream myself, but I'm told they're terrible. I mean, we learned all about that in Hollow Knight. Thanks, lady. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well tonight. I hope you had a nice weekend. I am playing with a mouse today. After last time, the few times when I actually clicked and turned with the controller. So hopefully less comical mishaps will occur. Hello, Carrie. You are in. Gasoline. Well, if I can set something on fire, that'll be nice. What's up? What's up with you, Carrie? If I could set something on fire. I don't know why I re-rolled the higher number. My hubris. But yeah, I hope you all had a nice weekend. I tried out Darkest Dungeon on the weekends. It was free on Steam for the weekend. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I like the style, and I mean, I like number crunchy combat, but there's so much RNG involved. Oh, I hate thorns. Nothing bad. Alright, well, it's both. I can combine that with gasoline. But, yeah, so I tried out Darkest Dungeon. It was interesting. The Plague Doctors are cute. And I had fun stacking poison on enemies, as I am often wont to do. But yeah, a lot of RNG and the stress mechanic could get frustrating sometimes. I mean, you learn how to prioritize enemy targets to make the best of your limited resources. Like, the ones that can inflict stress on you are really bad, but... Cook the dungeons until fragrant and translucent. This should work, right? No? I don't know. Hello, Boogie. I was so busy thinking about Darkest Dungeons that I forgot to greet you properly. Where are my manners? Non-existent. I left them behind in the war. Do I want to? Yeah, might as well. I realize now that reading Cook the Dungeons until fragrant and translucent does not make as much sense if I hadn't read, or if I didn't, since I did not read Boogie's comment first. About dicing some dungeons and sauteing with a low heat.
Splendid! Very convincing. You and our friends are doing excellently. Really excellently.
Thank you. Oh, I just froze. What should you draw? I was drawing Hatsune Miku earlier because I saw people doing redraw Miku where they took her original artwork and redrew it. So I did that yesterday and today. This isn't gonna do anything, right? No, didn't think so. So I still have to color it, but that was a fun experiment. Draw hardline Mike. I don't want it to be all on fire. This is not good. He's only got one burning dice, so I'm gonna abstain. Because I feel like it's gonna do me more harm than good. Good enough. I don't want to be on fire. The whole world 2020. Too soon. Too real. Again, jammed cannon. I don't want to take that risk. The 40% chance to switch target. Presumably hit myself in the face. Maybe I'm misinterpreting what that does, but you know I'm gonna shoot myself in the face at the most inopportune time. Speaking of shooting self in the face, this is an odd segue. I've been watching the original Star Trek, just as something to talk to my dad about, because he's a fan of the series and grew up watching the original. And the other day I watched the episode called Arena, which my dad had been asking me about, like, oh, did you get to this one yet? It's a famous episode. And when he said that, I thought he meant like it was something that was more poignant or well written, or you know, still timely, because you know there's some genuinely good stuff in there amidst all the cheese. And I say that with affection. I've been enjoying the cheese, but it's the one where Kirk fights the lizard, who's like in a sparkly leopard print leotard kind of thing. Well, I guess it's more of a dress, a skirt, I don't know. It was something else. Oh, weakened equipment. I'll take that. You seen it, Dawn? It was something else. It reminded me very heavily of something like Power Rangers or Ultraman or Kamen Rider. You know, that beautiful rubber suit technology. Do I want to re-roll this, or... Let's use... Oh, right. This again. Okay. I'm gonna gamble for the shield. Did not work. Your mom is a longtime Star Trek fan. She still holds a grudge against William Shatner, really? Oh, I forgot to equip the thing I bought. Good. Very good. See, I'm just thinking about Star Trek now and doing silly stuff. I mean, worth it? Probably? I don't know. I've been having a fun time watching it. You've seen all of the original Next Generation, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, and Enterprise, and Picard. Goodness. What are your thoughts on Picard? I mean, the series, not the captain. Because I've heard some polarizing things about it. My dad really enjoyed it. But he's less into, I think, things for the characters and more for just the world itself, if I'm explaining that well. Which I have to equip. I think gasoline's too situational with what I got. There we go. You're enjoying it, but it doesn't feel quite Star Trek. Yeah, that's what I've heard about it too. Like, it's too... I don't want to say violence. Again, this is all hearsay. So I'm hardly the authority to speak on it. But I've heard that just because of, you know, the more violence and explosions and whatnot, it doesn't quite feel like Star Trek should. Yeah, it doesn't have the hope, and I think that's what I've been enjoying about the original, is that for all the cheese, and I've got a very high tolerance for cheese, is that, you know, there's ultimately a hopeful message for humanity. Stupid burning dice. Can I use this? Might as well. Nope. Okay. Oh, it was a 5. Well, that's lucky. That works out, I think. You don't need your eraser carry. Just go all out. No mistakes. Or, no, how does that go? Take chances and make mistakes, get messy. Or whatever is most appropriate to say, given the situation the Magic School bus and class is currently in. We've read this one about the tennis and discussion. I'd still join a book club at the Kraken. Was I using this one last time and poisoning myself without realizing it? Because I was so distracted. Inflict poison, gain 2. Okay, that would do it. Something else to hit myself with. I don't really like any of these. I mean, Stunula could have its perks, but I think right now Bump is more useful, so... Only happy accidents, that's right. So what's your favorite Star Trek series, Dawn? And anyone else who has an opinion on that sort of thing. I am most curious. Well, I guess I could... yeah. Anyway. Oh, I should have furied that. Oh well. That's what I get for not paying attention. TNG, huh? But Voyager is close. I've seen a lot of The Next Generation secondhand. When I was small, my dad would watch it a lot, so I'd see it in the background. I haven't actually seen it where I'm paying attention to what's going on, you know, because I was quite small, but I just remember the interior of the Enterprise looked very, very much like a minivan, because it was all beige, you know? Tell me I'm not the only one that thought that. I've heard good things about Deep Space Nine. I've seen it on Tumblr a lot, and gift sets and whatnot, and I've heard a lot of good things. Like, it sounds very entertaining. Well, let's just finish this guy off. Like, goofy and entertaining. I'm not being very articulate, am I? Hello, Joe. How's it going? If you have any Star Trek opinions, feel free to share. Hi, Ned. Quiet today, huh? Let me see. I don't know if I'm really attached to... I mean, if I get anything better, I'll probably switch out the vanilla sword. I mean, using bump more than once can be good, but I think I'll upgrade this and hope that I get the more shield. A lot of slice of life. That's a good way of putting it. Double attack damage. Okay. Go big or go home. Deep Space Nine has Garrick in it, and that actor is having a great time all the time. Did I say his name right? I've never actually heard it spoken out loud before, because I've not watched it at some point. I think my dad was surprised I was watching Star Trek in order. I've been watching it on Netflix. As opposed to just, you know, like, catching whatever the quote-unquote best episodes are. Like, no, I want the full experience. Bad and the good. Cisco is pretty hammy too, very Shakespearean. If I'm not mistaken, Worf shows up in Deep Space Nine, right? So I remember seeing him in gift sets going like, hey, I know you from The Next Generation. I mean, watching TNG secondhand, rather. Okay, here we go. So far, double attack damage has not come back to bite me. I assume it's double attack for both of us, but again, if I'd actually pay attention to the enemy's damage... Yes, I am watching the original series. As mentioned, I've been watching it to have something to talk to my dad about, because we have tea together every now and then. And he's been a fan of Star Trek just as a whole for a long time. He grew up watching the original series. So I've been checking out the original series myself since it's on Netflix, and I'm having a good time. My headcanon is that everybody on the Enterprise is an idiot. Everybody. No exceptions. But I'm having a good time. I think there's a lot more charm than I was anticipating beyond the usual, or beyond the expected cheese. Trash Cannon, my old friend. I like the character dynamics. The banter is pretty fun. Oh yeah, O'Brien was also, he was, was he like in engineering on TNG or like working in the transporter bay. I can think of what he looks like, but I don't recall what he did. So yeah, Worf and O'Brien were there, and nothing good ever happens to either of them ever again. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not headcanon, that's just canon. I have never seen an episode of Star Trek. I think you're right, Gary. Oh, he was an engineer and he continues that in Deep Space Nine. Oh, that's nice. I like the sort of, the callback, the continuity. Oh, I just barely cannot kill. But only one of his dice is burning, so I guess he probably won't use it. I don't think I'm taking double damage from him. I don't know, the numbers get kind of squished when I get attacked. Not that I'm complaining. Well, if I had a reliable way to shield bash, but I don't. Oh, it just makes trash cannons smaller. Let's swap out quicksand for bump. I mean, quicksand's kind of situational, especially because it resets after every use. Let's do that. Deep Space Nine also has Dax, who's amazing and wonderful. I've heard good things about her too. I'm not sure how to pronounce her first name though. Again, I have two. What do I have? Okay, never mind. I get it now. I wasn't paying attention to my loadout. I've never heard her first name spoken out loud. Yes, Hardline Mike has boots. Thigh-high suckers, in your words, yes. No. Probably combo well with gasoline. Eh. Oh, sure, I'll take extra money. I like that the bounty hunter seems to be wearing a jumper. Oh, heck yeah, it's the lumberjack. Still not Canadian enough, but I'll forgive him because it's a cool pose. Wow, I got very distracted. So, how do you pronounce Dax's first name? I'm just gonna do that. Because I've seen it written out but never spoken aloud, and I'm not gonna attempt it. A lady who was like 30-ish being addressed as old man is an extreme vibe. I love it. Please sign me up. Well, I guess I'll just... Alright. Goodbye. The bird. Glad we have this double damage. Last time I got lucky because I had that really cheesy build with the inventor. I hate the bird. I hate the bird. Dodging attacks and weakening you, and silence, which if you're just joining me and have never seen much or played Dicey Dungeons, silence removes the ability to use your skill, in this case combat roll, and weakening just, you've seen it earlier, but reduces the efficacy of your equipment, and then dodge just dodges attacks, and then I forget that it can dodge attacks, so I'll use Fury or something, or some other supercharged move, and then I'll wind up wasting it completely because I'm an idiot, and I forget that it's able to dodge. I'm sorry, I'm not being articulate because I hate this bird. I hate this bird. Uh-oh, is Twitch wigging out? Okay, see, dodge. Okay, so I gotta use some sort of... waste... yeah, just waste this. There we go. Are you refreshed and you're fine? Okay, that's good. Stupid bird. If I may go back to Star Trek for a moment, After watching that episode, The Arena, from the original series, I don't know how anything is going to top that beautiful fight with the Gorn, which is the lizard man, for those of you unawares. Hello, Kelly! I mean, I've noticed that the original series really loves its long, protracted fight scenes to the point where they get kind of awkward to watch. Maybe that's just me, though. See, I knew about the Gorn fight in the abstract, but I didn't know when it occurred. I didn't know the episode name or anything, so that was a pleasant surprise. So you think if people saw what you're drawing, they'd be like, ah yes, this is Miku, so mission accomplished. Hey, you're welcome.
Well, put it there, one slinger. You did it, and you live to fight another day. And when that day comes, you'll lose for sure. So don't you worry about, old cowboy.
Thanks, Western Garfield. I won't. Some of the next generation is close to that fight with the Gorn. Oh dear. Like, in terms of special effects, or awkwardly protracted fight scenes, or all of the above? Cat boy. Meow boy. Oh, you have no idea what's going on. Have you never seen Dicey Dungeons before, Kelly? Were you not aware of the initial Dicey Dungeoning during the days of the early alpha? When the link to the early alpha, don't lock my gear, on Terry Kavanagh's site was... Oh, that's right. Okay, wrong kind of lock. I'm already locked, so it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, the early alpha link was passed around, and a lot of us got really hooked on it. And still kind of hooked on it. You don't know how to explain it. The effects are better. The fights aren't as long. I've heard the first season of The Next Generation is... I don't want to say awkward, but it's, I can't really think of a good way to describe it. I've heard it has its issues, let's say that. I have to say, watching the original series, like, I knew that it had a reputation for being weird, but I assumed that it would build to that level of weird, but no, it goes hard immediately. 0 to 60. With the ESP and the telepathy and Sulu running around, waggling around a fencing flail with no shirt on. I saw that in a gift set many, many times on Tumblr. I didn't realize it was like the 3rd episode. I have all this gold now. What if I bought Shriek? And then, what does it do if I upgrade it? Well, let me do the free one first.
Hiya! Hey, wanna buy some cookies? Madison left him here. You know Madison, right? Great kid, great kid.
Ned, aren't you also a child? I mean, I don't know. I'm just assuming. You look like one. Max 2, okay. I was hoping it would shrink. And I'm gonna upgrade this one just because I'll have it. I don't know if I'm gonna use it for anything. I guess I might as well upgrade the sword, since I have all this gold. Probably should have saved it. I think there's a Chivo for having X amount of gold that I didn't get, but, well, this is mod, so it doesn't count anyway. Ned is an old soul. I like Buster. Buster's cute. Dog dragon.
Oh, I was asleep, but I can be awake. Hello, hello, I'm awake. Let's fight.
Buster is basically a dog in dragon form, as you can see by the collar. Very cute. All you could gather from your old TV Tropes days, may that site rest in peace from its former glory days, is that TNG's increase in quality and Riker growing a beard are directly correlated. I've heard that too. Well, I'm just gonna waste this. One of the gift sets I've seen without context on Tumblr is from TNG with Riker talking to somebody while he's playing the trombone, so he, you know, wah all of his responses. I assume. I mean, it's a gift set, I can't hear it, but I'm gonna gamble on that shield. Got a little shield, that's okay. Have you seen those Jonathan Frakes video compilations from that old show Beyond Belief? I've seen tiny snippets of them played on other streams. That's not gonna do anything, I don't know why I did that. But I've seen it like recommended on YouTube, but I've not watched it because I feel like it's going to be so awkward it will kill me on the spot. Maybe it's not. I did see linked on the same stream, not at the same day, but it was the snippet of William Shatner performing, I hesitate to say singing, but performing Rocket Man, because I've seen it parodied a million times but never actually seen the performance, and it's something. Okay, I remember I read this one already because I wanted to read it as Dice feed. It's funny to see all of them in order out of context. Maybe I should watch it. Woohoo, we did it. I talked about Star Trek the whole time. But I guess I haven't played as the witch. She's very cute, but it's time to rock and roll. Mostly roll, to be honest. Unless our contestant meets the bully. Very promising. Do 1 damage, get a new dice. Oh, that's interesting. It's not the cauldron anymore. Repeat for each countdown, reduce. Interesting. So I assume every time I count down stew here, this will do more damage? I assume. I mean, I've never used it. Let's find out. His album is a piece of... Did he do a whole album in that bizarre spoken word style? But I mean, it wasn't just the song, quote-unquote, itself that was bizarre. It was the whole performance. Does this run out if I use it now, or does this damage stack? Let's find out. Ugh. You've also only seen parodies of the Rocket Man performance and not the real thing. It's something. I tell you what, it's something. Okay, so it looks like it does reset. Roll 3 extra dice. Okay. I probably should have played another magic repeater before. Nah, whatever. Yeah. I find one of the reasons I'm clumsy with the witch is that I get greedy. I'm very impatient. And her battles tend to be long and protracted. I wasn't even trying, you know. Win if you want, I don't care. Well, maybe I will, since you don't care. There's a big Wikipedia article on William Shatner's musical career. Oh my. Well, I see, I'm already down to 10 health. I mean, granted, part of that was the enemy getting lucky with their rolls, but not great. I'll put up 2 magic repeaters, I guess. Uh-oh. Oh, let me click on the dice. Oh, it's not letting me click on the dice. Oh, because I didn't place the... Oh, man, that was really silly. Okay, hang on. Let me reset. This guy won't be able to attack me right away unless his equipment's been changed. No, okay. We're good. Let me do that again. I'm gonna pay attention and not think about William Shatner's illustrious musical career. Boy, I can't believe I made such a rookie mistake. Did you really miss anything, though? Yeah. I think some things are better left untouched. Unrelated, but I enjoy how much this guy looks like an egg. Can I just say? Okay. Space Marine egg. Oh, how lucky. I really want some new spells. This is gonna be a long and arduous battle. Only for 2 item uses. I'm gonna take this one, I think. Since there's more opportunities to use it. Because it's only even versus minimum 4. Yeah. Burn status double for everyone, of course. Right after I snootily, oh, it's a mimic, ignore the torch. I like the way their mouth bends while they blow a kiss. None of these are really great. I guess I should have put down a magic repeater, huh? But, you know, hindsight 2020. Okay, let's see if I can't do something better. If I could use ball lightning, that would be cool. Well, here we go. That's something. Okay. I have to think so hard when I use the witch, and I'm so easily distracted. It's not good for me, you guys. I never know what's going on. None of these are great. I should have put down another magic repeater, but I didn't, so... I wonder if that stacks between turns. Oh, hello, Matisark, if I said that correctly. Yes, it is Megaquest. I am trying out the Witch's first episode on Megaquest. Well, how lucky I have a 6. Not really much else of worth here. I mean, this will do 1 damage regardless, yes? Yeah, could just throw the dice. Alright. It's fine. It's fine. Just end it. Just end it. Someday I will get the hang of playing as the witch, I think, when I am not so easily distracted. But today is not that day. I love your energy and determination. Ever considered opening a shop of your own? I mean, I did play Reciteer, so... yeah, I've thought about it. I mean, these can be good for gaming your roles. In The Witch, it's really important to game your roles, but... It's just that my slots are already limited. You already finished the engineer quest because refined metal is OP and is everywhere. That's what I did. I streamed this on Friday and I did her first episode. And I just stacked refined metal and shredded everything, which felt a little cheesy, but I'm sure it'll get patched out. Might as well have fun while I can. Oh, Sneck, I don't know why you're so sad. Please tell me of your woes. Why do I never roll 3s? Or 5s? I think this game has it out for me. I mean, I'm positive this game has it out for me. I'll take a gamble on that. There we go. That's better. I guess now we can see if that lingers between turns. It kind of looks maybe not sad, but that it's, what is the word I want? Wistful, perhaps? Like a sad smile. Tell me your secrets, oh Snick. I'll play another ball lightning, I think. Not great, but yeah, on second thought, that wasn't a great move. And the robots quests are nearly impossible. I did try one the other night. I don't think I completed it successfully, but I don't recall what happened. Perhaps it's best that I don't. Does anybody remember what happened when I did the robots episode? I mean, nothing good, certainly. Maybe that was one of the ones where I ruined everything by accidentally pressing the end turn button. Because this is not Slay the Spire, I must remember. That's what I get for using a controller. Upgraded, I think Prepared is... Much as I like more power, I think Prepared is better. Because the less time you have to spend setting up, the better. You know, it's been so long since I played, I keep meaning to put something on 6 early, so I don't wind up with Hall of Mirrors on 6. But I'll just put that there for now. Nobody remembers what happens in the robot episode. Perhaps that is for the best. I mean, this one's more consistent damage, even if I roll something low. Yeah, okay. Good enough. I looked at this shop already, right? And it was nothing I wanted? Yes. What draw next? I mean, how are you gonna top the majesty of a hardline Mike? While you're here, Matasark, I'm curious if I'm saying your name right. I'm sorry if I'm not. What's your favorite character to play as? I like knowing people's thoughts on this game. Also, these 2s do not help me. I guess maybe I'll put one out just for now, but... If I give you another Vocaloid to draw, Carrie, is that wimping out? I just ball lightning. I don't have a 6 to make the most of it, though. That's okay. You were drawing your Dice Sona, are you actually? That would be cute. I would genuinely want to see that. Oh, there's a 6. Let's do that. Oh, yeah, this is always shock, okay. Thought it was only shock on 6, but that's what I get for only maybe sometimes paying attention, as you do. I'll just... There we go. Haha! Put your socks back on, dude. Nobody wants to see that. I'm sure some people do, and more power to them, but I personally do not. Okay. I can work with that. Yeti. The best enemy. Oh, how convenient. Zap. I guess that's the thing now, everybody draw their own Dice Sona, even if you can't draw. I've seen, only in passing, in Hollow Knight people drawing their own vessel sonos. I don't know if they call them that. Ah, come on. But, you could do that. I'll put out another magic missile just so I have it, but that doesn't help me. Oh, the robot. You like the idea of choosing between control every move or be lucky. The robot's really fun too. I think, for me, I really enjoyed... the robot's good. I like the gesture a lot, because snapping through your whole hand is extremely satisfying. The thief I've had a lot of fun with, just because I like to stack poison. You know, when you get the right gear for it. Yeah, let's heal. Just gonna do the least amount of damage to me. Oh, you're actually drawing a Dicey. I'm so glad. Thank you, Carrie. You're doing good work. Yeah. See, if I didn't have 6 on Hollow Mirrors and I had 5 on Hollow Mirrors, but... Never can make a poison build? Yeah, you gotta get the right gear for it. So there's a lot of luck involved. But it's very satisfying when everything comes together. I just like watching the numbers tick up. Plus I like... I mean, I guess it's less of a thing in Dicey Dungeons where your loadout is already limited, but I like being able to do a lot of passive damage to the enemies, since if you have to spend a turn setting up or healing or anything, then you're still making progress on defeating that enemy. Come on, give me something even. Thank you. You forgot how to draw a cube. Your Dicey is just a square. I mean, I think that's valid. Roll a dice with a value higher than 3. Well, I mean, I've already got the bonus that makes it roll high. Get 2 new dice. I don't really like either of these. Oh no, this is minimum 4, not maximum 4. Okay, never mind. I'll take it. I have not used Magic Shield once. I'm sorry, Magic Shield. Goodbye. I could tell you the trick to draw a cube, but I don't know if I could verbally describe it in a way that makes sense. This is interesting. If I had big numbers, I couldn't do much with. Oh, 1 damage, get an even dice. I'll take it. Definitely will not regret this. Ho ho! Draw 2 squares slightly apart and then connect them. What you like of the thief is that you can win easily with your initial equipment and things that help with that. Yeah, that's one of the nice things about the thief too. But also stealing gear from the enemy helps keep things fresh. So there's always room for experimentation. Oh, this game is so good. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of regret. It's not gonna give me a bunch of 2s, right? Okay. Okay. See, I wasn't gonna say draw 2 squares slightly offset. I was gonna suggest, okay, this isn't great with the Yeti. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh well. I was gonna suggest drawing lines off the top of the square at a 45-degree angle, but I think Boogie's suggestion makes a lot more sense. The way my brain works, I've never been good at verbally talking through things. I have to actually draw it out. Okay. I'm glad you know what I mean, because I barely know what I mean. try randuplicate. Because I mean it ups the value of the dice. Oh, but that's minimum 4. I don't think I want to do that, especially because he's freezing stuff. You forgot how to do the S thing. My god. I only have a vague idea of how to do the S thing. I mean, I've done it back in grade school. I've seen it done. I remember being baffled at the time as why people were doing it. Like, I did not understand where the fascination with it came from. Where did the knowledge of this symbol come from? Like some sort of Jungian collective unconsciousness? Inflict 1 lock, enemy rolls an extra. I'll go with that for now. Does anyone know the odds of curse triggering? Well, I'm just gonna pick this because I'm gonna assume if I did something random it would be worse and hope that nobody curses me. You didn't become aware of the S thing until people started talking about it online until years later. Really? So you saw kids drop back in school without really paying attention to it. And this is just weird to contemplate. Maybe I'll set up the rand duplicate. Just in case.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm gonna read Carrie's instructions here for posterity. So, 2 sets of 3 lines, connect the first row, first line to the second row middle, and then the center top to bottom right, and you can probably figure it out from there. There you go, folks. If you're watching in the future, that's how you do the S thing. You know, I feel like this is redundant with vegetable stew. Perhaps that was a mistake, but it did. No, it gives me 2 new dice. Yeah, okay, I can work with that. Oh, I could set up Hall of Mirrors here. That's something. Trace back to the 1900s, that's wild. I don't suppose you remember if anything in the video spoke about its potential origins, did it? You accidentally put 2 untils in that early sentence and it bothers you. That's okay. I read it out and I thought, wait, did I read until twice by accident? If anything, it looks like I don't know what I'm talking about, which, you know, is all the time. All the time, all the time. I could set up another magic missile. I feel like everything I do with the witch is less than ideal. Oh. I didn't even notice that Crystalina had a dodge. So this is why I hate the bird. Because I do that all the time. Ugh. I don't pay attention, and then I just whiff my attack into the ether. The witch has one of the highest peaks of power. Yeah, that's true. I mean, the witch can get ludicrously powerful as the campaign goes on. It's just getting to that point. I'm so impatient. That's the hardest thing. Like, whenever I play action games, my biggest setback is that I get greedy. Like, if anyone here has watched Hollow Knight, you know exactly what I mean. Trying to get all those hits in. And I should really step back and play defensively. I can't help myself. I have a problem. And the witch does a lot of damage slowly. I'll throw out another Rand duplicate. It's okay, my brain is also fried today. Re-equip next one. Okay, see, I paid attention this... Oh, I thought it froze for a second. I'm paying attention this time. That's why I'm streaming, because I'm very distracted. So thank you for bearing with me, everybody.
Yeah.
Let's try this again. Alright. Let me... Kinda hoping for like a 6 or something, but... I suppose I shouldn't get greedy. I think shocking is gonna do a lot of good. But it's still better than 1 damage. Eh. I hope Crystalina is really large because I like the image of the witch very tiny running up to this crystal behemoth and throwing precisely 1 die in its face. Okay. Just get rid of this. Pretend it never happened. Very good. Oh, I like these ones. Pair well with Renduplicate too, since I'd get extra dice. And I got the thing where burning does more damage. I haven't used Magic Repeater in a long time. So, let's get rid of that. I'm sure somebody out there is watching this either now or the recording and screaming, "No, what are you doing? You have no idea how to play this game at all." As I say that, burn damage doubled. Do I have enough? No, I don't have enough money to buy Blizzard. Oh well. Yeah, you don't have to apologize for typos or word mistakes. I mean, goodness knows I do it all the time. All the time. Let's see. Wasn't as good as I was hoping for. This makes me want an upgraded spell slot. Let's see.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a 6. Did not get a 6. Should do that, I guess. Gosh, no, I lose my train of thought midway through sentences and end up repeating myself all the time. So, get cursed every turn. Oh, good. So, you know, don't worry about it. Shut up, present and or future person telling Maury how to play this game. It's me. I'm telling myself how to play this game. This is myself yelling from the ether, "Get good!" I feel like I could have done more this turn. I guess I could funnel this into vegetable stew, couldn't I, instead of throwing it? Ha 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 ha. Alright, goodbye. Maybe the reason I struggle with the witch is not just impatience, but also that compulsive need to see big number go up feel good. I don't know how often I would use Hall of Mirrors, since I'd probably be funneling the 6s into Inferno or something. I mean, maybe for protracted battles, but... This is a preview upgrade. Oh, it does show you your spell that you're picking up. It used to be if you hit preview upgrade, it wouldn't show the upgrade for that, so that's nice. This could be good, but do I want to get rid of Hollow Mirrors, though? Because again, I'd have to spend a 6 putting it down. Unless I got another spell slot. Then if I did that and roll a 2, I could use Magic Missile. You know what? Sure. Go big or go home. Well, shut up, Negative Mori. You're doing fine. Don't feed Nega Mori. Okay. Well, he's not resistant to fire. I could just funnel these in here and do 10, but that would be unwise. Oh, because I got a 6. That's nice. I could do Magic Missile and then... Oh no, I'm thinking of Ball Lightning. That would shock him twice. It's just... Yeah. Make number more bigger. Heh heh heh. And is that not why we all play these games? Is to make number more bigger? Let's take the hit from this. Okay, 6 is good. I could use Randuplicate, but I mean... Snuff 5 are already pretty good. Let's do it. I might get more options. 'Cause, I mean, there's this 5. Is life not just about making numbers bigger? Very true. That is all life is making the number go more bigger. Like birthdays, raises, your bank statement. Ideally that number gets more bigger. Oh man, that's frustrating. I'm sure I could have done that better. When the number does not get bigger, then we die. I don't want to think about that. This guy can die though. Except nobody dies in the dungeons. An extra dice, that's a new reward. I mean, I should take a prepared spell slot. That might be smarter. Extra dice though. Ugh. So I ultimately have more options. I mean, it only takes me 1 turn to set up, but that gives me more dice for the whole combat. I'm gonna take the extra dice. Carry. Enemies borrow one of my items. I mean, I don't have traditional items per se. I don't know, would that work with my spell slots? I'm kind of curious to find out. I mean, on the other hand, if they grab Inferno, I may be in trouble, but for science. I mean, this version 2.01 only came out the other day, so if I find something wacky, then it's good for the dev, right? You're not gonna steal one of my things, right? Well, there's Cell Division I could actually use. I was gonna use a spell slot on that, wasn't I? And then I didn't. What the heck? Do a roll of 2. There's that. And then I can put out Inferno. Oh yeah, okay, they steal my spells. That's it, I don't know how useful Cell Division's actually gonna be sitting there. I could just replace it with something. If I really wanted to, I could put down another Inferno and then just keep using Inferno. Would that be grossly inefficient? Like, would other players look at this footage and go, what is she doing? And they probably already are. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Oh. Oh well. Stop. Please. It'd be nice if I could beat this thing without expending my limit break, but I mean, I could try Ran Duplicate. I don't know how well that would do though. With life on the edge, didn't really work out, did it? Oh wait, no, it did. Never mind. We're good. Okay, catch Nippet Carry. Have a nice shower. That wasn't great, but could have gone worse. Reusable's good. I have so little money, but health might be good, especially against the Kraken. Ugh. Absolute Zero is kind of a fun one, but it takes so long to count down. I think the countdown is less if it's upgraded, but... And then you need a duplicate to actually put it on the board. Not worth it. Nope, let us cross our tentacles and pray. Let's see, what do we got? I could put up another Ran Duplicate. I don't know how much shock would do, since Kraken already has 5 dice. This monster is also very irritating. Although I think they nerfed Overwhelm a little bit. It used to be a lot worse. I don't think shock would do much good on an enemy with 5 dice to work with. I gotta not fall into the trap of just relying on Inferno, but Inferno's good. Especially if I can do 12 damage. Okay. Idiot monkey brain make number go more bigger or paying off. That's true. Absolute Zero does have a lot of damage compared to how long it takes. And, I mean, you have other... ideally, I would have other abilities to help mitigate the damage I might be taking in the turns leading up to being able to fire it off. Or if I had more spells where I could game my rolls into bigger numbers. I think I've had at least one run where I did that back earlier on in Dicey Dungeon's release. I'll just throw out another vegetable stew. Either it's Cell Division. Putting on 1 poison seems so pointless though. I kind of regret getting it now. Oh well. Oh goody, curse. I love curse. Well, it's better than the parallel universe or parallel world, whatever it was called, version of curse, where instead of your equipment abruptly failing, it's your equipment switching targets and hitting you in the face. Not a fan. Okay, well, I don't know what I expected. It's nice that it used the curse on something unimpressive like that. okay. Maybe we'll be okay. We'll get out of this. Rolled another 4 though. That's good. I love that. Oh, did not actually curse me. Well, alright then. Who do I want to fight first? I mean, they both have chances of going horribly awry. The victory music sounds vaguely earthbound to you. You know, I didn't really think about it, but I can kind of hear it. Needs more of that sort of synthy organ. You know what I mean, right? That's used on the... I don't know how to describe it. Maybe synthy organ isn't the best way, but the thing you hear in the Earthbound's victory screen. I could use Cell Division, get it to throw an Inferno.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you know what I mean, because I don't. Oh, I hate Regan. I mean, that could have been worse. I can just replace these. Or just not use them. I'm sure my own hubris is going to do in, but it's big damage, satisfying. Inefficient, but satisfying. Let's see. Thinking here. Could put up vegetable stew and then funnel 2 of these into it and hope for a better number, but well, I have a 5 I just left sitting over there. Sorry about that, 5. Didn't mean to neglect you. Maybe I'll just toss down another Inferno and get another burned dice. Also, don't side-eye me for using dice as a singular instead of die, because the game does it. I'm innocent. Max 4, and she rolls almost all big numbers. Aww. Get out. Forgive me for checking again. Did I already buy the health recovery in here? Yes, I did. Maybe I'll spring for absolute 0 since I'm not using Cell Division. I'll think about it. Oh no, Dicey Dungeons crashed! Ah, what? Oh my. Okay, I'm going to assume it dumps the crash log. Well, that's okay. As long as you can still hear me. Well, that's weird. No, laptop, I do not want to detach my service dock. Don't worry about it. Brief technical difficulties. I'm just going to reload Dicey Dungeons, and then I'll have to reload it again to load the mods. I don't know if it's going to save my progress in there. I kind of hope it does, but I guess we'll find out. Yeah, the stream is still up. That's good. Now, is it actually going to... Okay, good. It is showing Dicey Dungeons. I was worried we'd have another OBS crash. Well, it looks like... Oh, no, it did save my progress. We're good. Maybe this is a sign I should just buy Absolute Zero. If I'm gonna use it. Thinking. What if I switch... that? I mean, why not, right? I'm sure this is a really, really terrible idea, but... Go big, go home. And thankfully it does save after every battle, so... Huh. Put down a rand duplicate. The problem though with Absolute Zero is that it's only 25 damage. It will take a few turns to funnel enough numbers in to actually cast it, and she's got 50 health. So what do I do in the interim? I mean, I could try just rushing with numbers with Inferno and Absolute Zero. I don't know how well this is gonna work though. I like this design. I like her dress. Uh-oh. Oh no, it crashed again. Oh no. I don't know if you guys can see the... Probably can't see the error on your screen, but it looks like it's the same... It is precisely the same issue. Oh dear. Banshee is bad luck. Welp. We may just have to abandon that run. That's okay. I don't mind. I mean, it's not like it's an arduous several hours long campaign. Banshee is cursed. Well, hopefully there is the crash log kept somewhere. And then maybe I can funnel it to the dev and we'll figure out what went wrong. Let's just start a new game. That's okay, I'm not good as the witch anyway. Okay, let's do the robot redemption arc. We read this run already. More rolling. More rocking. What's up, buddy? Now you just want to stick your hand in it? Is that just me? It may just be me. Oh, I should have saved that. Alright. Alright. Oh, it didn't fizz out. That's okay. You think it would feel like cornstarch and water. Did you do that in school too, where you made that... What do they call it? A non-Newtonian fluid? It's been so long, I don't recall the exact name for it. There we go. Jackpot? No. Because we did that back in school. Non-Newtonian, okay. It was fun to play with, and I seem to recall there was a trend a while back of people making slime en masse, and like art supply stores and craft stores running out of glue. Presumably it was not the same cornstarch and water that we used back in elementary school. I don't know why it got so popular. Alright. That works out nicely. Sorry, Frog from Chrono Trigger. Still a big thing with grade schools. Presumably the non-Newtonian fluid and not the mysterious glue slime? Countdown equipment is upgraded for everybody? Well, let's find out what happens. I don't actually know what goes into the glue slime that people were obsessed with. Like, I recall reading that people who worked in art supply stores. Like, I don't know if you get Michaels in the States, but people who worked at those here were talking about getting calls and angry customers and people being furious that they didn't have the slime in stock. Or rather, they didn't have the materials to make slime in stock. You know what I mean. So everybody's countdowns are upgraded. Cool. Oh, you do have Michaels. Alright. Boy, that was just a run-on sentence. A real roller coaster of a run-on sentence. Oh, lucky. I should find that article again that talks about Canadianisms. Just while I'm thinking about stuff that we have and you may not, and vice versa. And how there are certain names for things that are used here that the article said would confuse anyone not from Canada, but I mean, you know, the internet, information is widespread, etc. But all I can remember from it is parkade, pencil crayons, and I think pablum. Thinking. I mean, bump blade could be good, because anything where you can game your rolls is really useful. I guess I'll take that. As much as, like, the person who loves big numbers in me wants to buy the other thing. The last one, pablum. It means that something is, I'm gonna try and describe it and it's not gonna work. It's a type of baby formula, so when you're saying something is like pablum to feed to the public, it's easily digestible and without all the facts. It was initially used in a political sense, I believe. I'm very sorry to anyone watching the stream and rolling their eyes at how I'm butchering this definition. If I can look it up quickly in the background. Well, poison me. Hang on. Let's see. Okay, pablum, bland or insipid intellectual fare, entertainment, etc. There you go. Now you learned something. I'm trying to remember more things that were on that list. I forget if toque was on there. I think bunny hug was on there. Which is a term for a hoodie, except they only use bunny hug in Saskatchewan. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Does the phrase double-double mean anything to you? Americans and non-Americans? I'm very curious. A double-double means a sandwich at In-N-Out? So we don't have In-N-Out here. The latest Australian phrase you had to look up was sheeted home. Well, what does that mean? I gotta know. Am I gonna level up after this fight? I don't remember. Because if I will, I could use this. I'm just gonna hope that I don't regret not getting the heal.
Good show. You and your chums really are making stellar progress with this fighting lark.
Thank you. Do bunny hugs have bunny ears attached? Not conventionally, no. They're just hoodies. 15 damage. I do have all of my countdowns upgraded though. Let's just take it anyway. Although I tend to prefer things that get better on errors, just because errors are often inevitable if you keep pressing the button. Battering battery, I remember you. Better when upgraded. We don't have In-N-Out in Kentucky either, but you have fond memories from your one trip to California in '99. Aw. Sheeted home means attributable to, comes from a sailing term. So like blame could be sheeted home to something. Oh. I kind of want target locked, but well, I guess 3 freeze would also be good because it's a countdown, but oh well, I'll keep what I got for now and get rid of. Oh, what did we call? Somebody called him not paranoid android. It was clever, and I wish I could remember what it was. So when they say it requires jackpot, like, do I need to get a jackpot and then funnel the last numbers into it? I'd say 1 more dice, but I mean, I'm not going to be able to use compile either way. Let me just go for the shield, maybe. Suspicious cyborg, I think that was it. You remember once seeing a list of Canadian terms and was surprised to see pop on there because people frequently say that in the Midwest. This is true. We do say pop. You may have heard me say soda, like a bad Canadian. That's because I never liked the sound of pop. Yes, I am a snob. Please direct all your tomatoes directly at my noggin. Thank you. Yep, saw that coming. You never like to say pop either, and you'd get weird looks for saying it in Illinois. I respect you, Joe. You were valid for not wanting to say pop. And I really don't know what my personal vendetta against the term pop is, or where it came from. Hang on, really quick, in the background while I have Pablum still loaded, I'm gonna try and look up Canadianisms. See if I can find that list. I have no idea where it was. It was a news article somewhere. Oh, well, I think about it. I'm gonna eat this apple, and do I want that other gear? I mean, it would be upgraded, and freezing dice can be really useful. I'll buy it anyway. You never know. You are all weak and will not survive the winter. Ooh, I will take this. Well, I did find a list of Canadianisms more interesting than A on Mental Floss, but I've not heard of some of these. Moose milk, northern slang for moonshine. Huh. Ogopogo's on here. I know Ogopogo. I've been to that lake. It's a kind of think Loch Ness, but from British Columbia. So Audrey's the boss. Is that what that means? If you get that bonus? Is that hinting at what the boss is? Ah, dang, I forgot to... Oh. Oops. Oh well. My bad. Boy, Sneezy's gonna have all of his stuff upgraded too. Yeah, that's gonna be unfortunate. You remember a Canadianism that confused you when you first heard it was toque, and you spelled it correctly. Yeah, that's just what we call... What do you call them in the States? Like a knit cap? Like the knit cap you'd wear around your head in the winter? I've never not called it a toque. Your experience, you always get the boss thing. You're rather, if you roll them, you get the boss, or you fight against the boss. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. I'm wondering now, like, if the bonuses you get with the enemies on them correlate to what you see in the run. I mean, since we have Sneezy here. Curse you, Sneezy. Hmm. Funnel this into minigun. Nope. Hello, Carrie. Unfortunately, the witch run kept crashing on the last enemy before the boss, so we were not able to successfully complete it. Wasn't my fault. I tried. Okay, I'm gonna roll something first so I can use battering battery. Because if I just use auto roll, it'll short out. I don't know why I should have used auto roll because Sneezy has 1 hit point left. And I should have regenerated. Oh well. I'm too busy thinking about how the witch run was cursed. I'm cursed. I think I'm gonna risk not healing. Random item on jackpots. Roll an extra dice, return this dice. Hey there, what are you after this time? Just kidding, I know you only want the fighting stuff. Let's see what we got. What's the non-fighting stuff? Can I buy like a dozen eggs? What do you got in there? Can I get like grilled cheese and tomato soup? I don't actually like grilled cheese and tomato soup. It was just the first thing I could think of was like food truck comfort food. I know, you can disown me now. If I can weaken. Okay, don't overload. Good, good. Ah, lucky. Ugh. What, you mean she's got stationary in there? Oh, that's... and I mean, I'm gonna take damage from the thorns anyway. It's like, I don't even want to bother. I'm just gonna not bother, I think. I should have put the shield up first. I should have put the shield up first. Gosh, when you mentioned stationary, do you remember the dark days of original GameCube Animal Crossing? Boy, this does not look good for Homestar Robot. The dark days of GameCube Animal Crossing when villagers would make you do long tasks for them and all you'd get as your reward was a piece of stationery. I remember those days. They were dark days. Okay, let's just finish this guy off. I like that I still take damage in that because I should level up.
Oh, but I tried so hard. I don't know what else I could do. I used a special gel in my spikes, but they won't go any sharper.
I can't help you there, buddy. Nice sweater, though. I'm so glad they took stationery out of Animal Crossing. I mean, granted, there's a lot of quality of life upgrades they should do, but that's at least a good one. Oh, 2 uses this turn. That's pretty good. Wait, I bought this and I forgot I had it. That upgrade's not really that impressive. I'm just gonna go with Bump Blade. There are things you still love about the original Animal Crossing, but the series has come a long way since in terms of quality of life improvements. I agree. I remember one thing I was really excited about was just, I should use Bump Blade, was just being able to make your own clothing. Or rather, being able to do your own designs on each part of the clothing, so front, back, and sleeves. I checked my Wild World file the other week. Oh, lucky. Just to see what was, you know, who was in my town, etc. And I was wearing this Phoenix Wright suit I designed, but back in Wild Worlds, you couldn't do pro patterns, so it was just a tie on my front and sleeves and back. I remember having to mail a fossil to the museum and then waiting the next day to get it assessed. Ugh. Dark days. Oh, lucky. I can't actually use that, and this won't kill. I could roll one more dice. Okay. Oh wait, no. This is fine. This is fine. I was about to be peeved. You didn't like the mandatory hats? Well, you got the Viking horns playing as a dude. I mean, the girl's got the perpetual dunce cap. Yeah, I don't think I need any of these. None of these are... Okay, none of these are the bad apples. I don't want to... No, this one was irritating last time. Let's not. Yeah, I mean, that's still better. You know, I almost wish they would bring back the old hats. Like, you didn't have to wear them, but just as an option to buy. What if I want to wear a cone on my head? Are you gonna take that away from me? Keep stacking on that weekend. Yeah, they were available in Wild World, I'm pretty sure. I'd say maybe they'll add them in a patch, but I don't want to say that because I'm concerned that if I do, Nintendo will release an update where the only thing they add is the ability to wear that dumb hat, but not any of the quality of life improvements that people have actually been clamoring for. You know, like, gosh, I mentioned that quality of life direct on Discord before, but, you know, there are so many things, like, be like a grid system while you're terraforming so you don't accidentally erase what you've done. God, I hate terraforming. Terraforming is terrible. Or being able to buy more than one of the same type of clothing in the tailor shop. It took me a little bit to buy all the boater hats in the shop today because, of course, I am going to buy every single boater. Gosh, back in the days of Splat 1, when they showed the, I think it was in a direct, but it was like the game's first big major update, and they were showing off new gear, and one of the new gear options was a boater, and I was very excited for that, because I am nothing if not predictable. What can I say? I like boaters. I don't think I could ever wear one in real life. What am I doing? I should just funnel this in. Because I can't pull off hats very well, but in theory. Terraforming is terrible. I can't even groan at that pun because you're right. How interesting. It's big though. I don't think... I mean, I don't use extra RAM very often, because it's only increasing by 1. I mean, it has... Sometimes it comes up useful, but I think I'll try antivirus, just for now. You know, my ritual for a while, to go way back to the start of the stream, was watching Star Trek while terraforming. Because having something to do sort of broke up the tedium. Good night, Joe. Have a good one. Was this... Is this my... No, this is my second roll. Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought it was gonna disable... Oh, I get it now. Promise I'm paying attention. I'm really not. That's embarrassing. Of course. Of course. Rolls double sixes anyway. Please don't be cursed. Ugh. I don't want to use it anyway, because I mean... That was not a good turn. I got greedy. Please, ma'am, stop calling me. I am but a humble robot. Okay, there we go. Maybe I'll roll a 1. Oh, lucky. Think I level up after this? You think I'd pay more attention to that? Nope. That's okay. Delicious fruit. Nah. Thank you, Val, but nah. Okay. I keep forgetting to actually use that. Someday I will actually use antivirus. I would have gotten a lot more mileage out of the shield. Oh well. There we go. I can just... I could use auto roll, but I'm also gonna level up after this, so I could save it, and then not have to worry about the damage I take between turns. Oh, well, that works out anyway. Cool. Well, I need 4 dice to activate. This adds dangerous. Good for getting greedy, like me. 25% chance to get 1 lock. Ugh. Then I wouldn't be able to use the battery whatever that I've already forgotten the name of. I'm gonna regret this. Gain 4 curses. Yeah, I regret it. Okay. Okay, good. Help me, Mr. Lumberjack. I am not okay. Boy, that's depressing. Please, please. I'll just funnel these into here, because I don't want to reduce that damage even further. Well, I mean, he's got curse. Is he wearing eyeshadow and possibly got a scar above his eye? It's a good look for you, sir. You need something to liven up the forest, especially in the wintertime. Of course. Oh, that actually worked. Incredible. Yeah, I definitely should have just taken the locked dice. And it's nice that I'm not the only one suffering, but... Oh, it works. Incredible. I'm already cursed. You can't curse me anymore. And you probably could, but please don't try it. I got greedy. Oh, that works. Amazing. Lucky. I just know this is gonna get cursed. Yep. Oh, this is the worst one. Oh. You know, I didn't even shuffle in my, I already forgot the name of it, the equipment that I got when I leveled up, I would have had more options. Found you like these cookies better if you take out the raisins, just eat them separately from the cookie. And that seems like a wise decision. Oh. When you talked about the cookies, they sounded good except for the raisins, which, if the cookies had a cornbread-ish texture, would be weird. Stop! Now I got 5 curse. Cool, good, great, I love it. Got greedy again. Ugh, Donbate robot. Robot needs a stiff drink. I don't think a robot could actually get crunk. Stiff drink of crude oil. At this point, I'm astonished if anything works. Why did that only did 1 damage? You saw that, right? Am I just wigging out? Oh. Please don't be cursed. Ah! Dear Dev, on the off chance you see this, please know that I am very fond of your work on this mod. But please, this is the worst one. This curse effect. I don't actually know if it's in the vanilla game or not, because I haven't played it since the update. Not the vanilla game, I mean. Rip me. Well. I should have just taken the lock one. Well. Do you guys want to do one more before we call it an evening? Or, I mean, it's already getting late, and I should probably take a break. I got a bunch of stuff to do tomorrow. I got a doctor's appointment, and then we're doing some late night training at work, by which I mean training that we can only do after the store is closed. Mysterious. But maybe I'll catch you on Friday for another stream. I'll see how I'm feeling, if we want to do something chill like Dicey Dungeons again, or maybe something that requires a little more reflexes. I don't know. I'll think about it. Let me know your thoughts. Meanwhile, please take care, stay safe, look after yourselves, and please eat food if you have not already. Alright? Bye-bye!